So hello everyone, a very good evening and welcome to today's live session. So this is Gayatri here and I see a lot of you have joined. Rahul is there, Shakti is there, Banashri, Gurpreet, Pavani. So hi everybody. Ankita has joined, Anubrat, Aarti, Neha, Mohan. Okay, so as you all know, hi Neha. So as you all know, in today's session, we are going to be doing simple interest and compound interest from quantitative ability. So as you all know, simple interest and compound interest from a banker's perspective is a very important topic. All of you are preparing to be bankers and very soon you will make use of this topic in your job. So let us today solve questions from this topic that has been previously asked in bank exams. Hi Nilesh, hi Sandeep, hi Sindhu. So let's start the session. I think a lot of you have joined, so we'll start. Oh, somebody is saying Selva Pavai is saying it's your first live session. Very good, good to know. So hope you enjoy the session and hope you learn a lot from this session, Selva Pavai. Okay, so coming back. Now let's start about simple interest and compound interest. First, the first and foremost thing that we need to know about this topic is what is interest. Okay, like let's say I am investing some money in a bank. Right? Why am I investing money in the bank? Because I expect some return. I want my money to increase, right? So the extra money or the returns that you get from an investment is called as interest. Similarly, another case is when you are taking a loan from a bank. Why will the bank give you a loan? Why will it lend money to you? Because the bank expects you to give the bank extra money back, right? So the bank is able to make a little bit of profit by lending you money. So that is also interest. Correct? That extra money or the returns that you get from an investment is called as an interest. Generally, interest is calculated in two ways. The first way being simple interest and the second way being compound interest. So, all of you are telling me good evening. Yeah, a lot of you have again joined. Chetan, Anil Kiran, Pragya Shri, Arifa. Okay. So, hi everybody, good evening. Priya says good evening Priya. Babulal says good evening Babulal. Okay, so now we defined interest, right? So interest can be calculated in two ways, simple interest and compound interest. So let us first look at what is simple interest. Now all of you tell me what is simple interest. Those of you who are revising, you keep quiet. Those of you who are new to simple interest and compound interest, no, those of you give me the answer. Let us see what is simple interest and what is compound interest. So for the first 5 to 10 minutes, we will revise the concepts from this topic and then we will move about solving questions from this topic. So what is simple interest? See, simple interest concept is like this. Let us say I am investing an amount in the bank. Okay, let us say I am investing 1000 rupees at a rate of 10% interest per annum. So what does that mean? For the 1000 rupees every year I am getting 10% interest. Now in simple interest, the interest is always calculated based on the principal. Okay, like for the first year I get 10% for the 1000 rupees principal that I have invested. For the next year also I get 10% for the same 1000 rupees principal that I have invested. So in simple interest, always interest is calculated on the principal, first principal that you have invested. Always interest will be calculated on that. Now what is principal? You know the sum that you are investing is generally called as principal. Rate is the interest percentage, right? The percentage of interest that you get is generally referred to as rate, and the time period for which you invest something is called as the time period T. It is generally represented as T or N. Okay, now let us share our screen and just note down the concepts that we already know. So first we will look at simple interest and then we will move on to compound interest. See, a lot of you are giving me the correct answers. Shakti has given interest collected only for principal, correct. Anubrat says SI is equal to PTR by 100. Yeah. So first we define simple interest. Simple interest is the case wherein the interest is always calculated on the principal for every year, and the formula to calculate the simple interest that you get is always given as PTR by 100. So this is the formula for simple interest, where P represents your principal or the sum that you have invested, T represents the duration of your investment, and then R represents the percentage of interest that you will get. Now let us take an example to know better. See, let us say if I am investing 1000 rupees at a rate of 10% interest for 2 years, then what is the interest that I get at the end of 2 years? How do we calculate this? See, at the end of the first year, what happens is, for 1000 rupees, I get 10% per year, correct? So I get how much rupees? 1000 into 10 by 100, that is nothing but 100 rupees. Now this is the interest that I get at the end of the first year. Now at the end of the second year, again the interest is still calculated on the same 1000 rupees that I had invested as the principal. So this is what we do in simple interest. The same principle is taken for every year to calculate the interest. So again during the next year I get 100 rupees. So the total interest that I get at the end of the 2 years is 100 plus 100, that is 200 rupees. Correct? Now this is the same thing is calculated using this formula PTR by 100, where P is 1000. What is T? T is the number of period that you have invested it for, correct? Here T is 2 years. So 2 into 10 by 100. This also you get the answer as 200. Okay. Now, so what will be the amount that you get at the end of 2 years? You will get back your principal or the sum that you have invested plus the interest that you have gained in it, correct? So the amount that you get at the end of the period that you have invested is always equal to the principal plus the simple interest acquired on the amount. Or here the amount that you get back is nothing but 1000 plus 200, that is equal to 1200. So this is the basic explanation of simple interest. I am sure all of you know this. See, Venkata Mohan, I think you are new to this thing, right? I just read your chat saying that you are new to the program. Please go back and check the video lessons. You will definitely have a very detailed explanation on this. So the particular session that you are attending now is a refresher session, wherein we are going to be refreshing the basics and we will be solving previously asked questions from this topic in bank exams. Okay, detailed explanation of these will be available in our video lessons under the respective courses. Now coming to compound interest. In compound interest, what happens is the interest is calculated every year. When you calculate the interest is calculated on the interest that has been accrued in the previous year also. Like for example, let me take that I am investing 1000 rupees again under compound interest at 10% for 2 years. So at the end of first year, what happens? At the end of first year, I get 10% of 1000, correct? My interest will be 1000 into 10 by 100, or that is equal to 100 rupees. Now, at the end of the second year, when I calculate the interest, what do I take? See, I take this 1000 rupees along with the interest it has gained to calculate the new interest. So here what will be my the amount that will be taking for calculating the interest? It is going to be 1100. That is the previous principal plus the interest that has earned. See, when you calculate compound interest, we always consider the interest that has been earned in the previous years to calculate the interest for the next year. So this into 10 by 100. So the interest that you get for the second year using compound interest is nothing but 110. So what will be the total interest that you get? 100 plus 110, or you get 210 as your total interest when you put in compound interest. So in simple interest, the principal always remains the same after every year. In compound interest, it is also called as interest on interest, correct? At the end of every year, while calculating the interest for the next year, the interest earned in the previous years is also taken into consideration. And the formula for compound interest is given by compound interest is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power T minus P. Okay. So this is the formula for, or you just write it as P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power T minus 1. So this is the formula for compound interest. Now the amount that you get towards the end using compound interest is generally given as P into 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power T. So this will be the amount or the total final 1210 rupees that you will get at the end of the investment period. Okay. So I hope all of you are aware of these formulas and hope this recollection was helpful. So now generally to see, calculating simple interest is not very difficult, right? Simple interest is very easy to calculate, but when it comes to compound interest, let's say there are 2 years or 3 years, here you have a term, right? 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power 2 to the power 3, that might become tedious to calculate. So at this point what we should use is, we should use the concept of effective percentages that we have learnt in the last session, right? Percentages topic we discussed effective percentages. That concept will become very useful here. Okay, so let us see how to use the concept of effective percentages for solving questions on simple interest and compound interest. Definitely, see, some Pechi Lakshmi, you are asking me explain installment and compound interest. Definitely we will do a question on that. So at that point we will explain the concept and then solve the question. Yes? Okay, so now let us calculate compound interest using effective percentage. So how do we do that? Let us see. Let us take the same question that we took. Okay, so I have 1000 rupees. Now at 10% for 2 years I am investing it. So what will be my compound interest at the end of 2 years, right? Or what will be the amount that I get at the end of 2 years? So generally the formula that we learnt is compound interest is given by P into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power n, or t whole to the power t minus 1. Correct? So that is equal to, here P is 1000 into 1 plus r by 100 is, r is 10, correct? Rate per annum, that is 10, 2 minus 1. So again you solve it, it is actually 1000 into 1.10 the whole squared minus 1. So actually when you simplify this, you will get the answer as 1210. Now here if you see, there is a lot of calculations involved, right? 1.10 into 1.10 and all that. So now let us see how to use the effective percentage concept for this question. Now see, whenever such a question comes, what is the effective percentage formula that we have learned? See, if there are two variables, okay, there are two variables. Let us say there is a percentage change of A percentage and a percentage change of B percentage. Then we say that the effective percentage is always given by A plus B plus AB by 100. Correct? So here what we do is, see this 1000 rupees, first there is a change of 10% for the first year, and then again there is a change of 10%, correct? So just directly you can apply it in this. It's nothing but 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 by 100. Just directly apply this in the formula. See, they are asking for 2 years. So just you have only two variables. 10% is happening 2 times. Just think of it that way and solve. So when you solve 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 by 100, what do you get? 20 plus 1 or 21%. So we can say that for this 1000 rupees totally there is an interest of 21%, or what will be the final interest that I get? 1000 into 21 by 100, that is equal to 210. So this is a more easier way to arrive at the answer. So this is the interest that I get, or the compound interest that I get, or the total amount that I get will be 1000 plus 210. Okay. Now, why we are applying this effective percentage concept, all those explanations, please refer back to the video lessons, because let us just skim through the questions right now, I mean the basics right now, because if we get in depth with these explanations, we might end up wasting time in the session. Okay. So this is, so you can use, so understand, you can use effective percentage concepts while calculating compound interest. Now let us say if it is for 3 years, how will you calculate effective percentage? See, this is for 2 years, right? See here, 1000 rupees, 10%, 2 years we use the concept of effective percentage. Now if it was 3 years, how will we use the concept of effective percentages? Just take 10%, 10%, 10%. Okay, and first find the effective percentage of these two. The answer that you get will be 21, right? You got 21 here. Now find the effective percentage of 21 and 10. So the net answer that you get, the effective percentage of 21 and 10 that you get will be the net interest that you get for 3 years. Okay, somebody is saying explain 3 years as well. Let us take the same example and explain 3 years. See, I am assuming 1000 rupees I am investing for 3 years at a rate of 10%. Okay, so how do I calculate the effective percentage? So 3 10% are there. Okay, 3 10%, that is for 3 years, correct? So what do we do? Find the effective percentage of these two. We just already found it out in the previous case, right? This, the effective percentage, you get it as 21. Correct? Now take this 21 and 10%. This 10% is there, no? I am taking it down. Now try to find the effective percentage of these two. What is it? 21 plus 10 plus 21 into 10 by 100. Or this is equal to 31 plus 210 by 100, correct? 2.1, or that is equal to 33.1%. So this is your net percentage that you get. So what will happen? What will be the compound interest that you get? That is nothing but for the 3 years you will get 1000 into 33.1 by 100. Correct? So that will be the compound interest you get. The amount that you get will be 1000 plus the compound interest. Okay? Hope it's clear. Shanavas, hope it's clear. So this is how you do for 3 years. Okay, so try to use the concept of effective percentages wherever possible. That is one very easy way in which you can calculate questions on simple interest, compound interest. Somebody was giving me that formula 14641 in between. Yeah, or you can use all that methods as well. But as I always say, whichever method you follow, practice it well and try to stick to it. There are lots of methods available, lots of shortcuts available. See, it's not about learning all the shortcuts, it's about practicing whatever shortcut you have learned to be able to solve the question faster in the exam. Okay, now let us move on to the questions. Hope till now whatever we explained was clear. Let's move on to the questions, and then if there are a few more formulas that we will require. See, from this particular topic, simple interest and compound interest. Now these are the basics that we saw. Other than this, you will have questions on installments, right, wherein you are taking a loan and you are paying back the loan that you have taken in installments. So that is another type of question that comes from this section. Other than that, you also have questions wherein you have simple interest and compound interest calculated on a particular amount, and the difference between the simple interest and compound interest is given, and you are asked questions based on that. So all these things also have certain formulas that you can use to speed up your calculations, and we will look at those formulas as and when we solve the questions from that, okay, in today's session. So let's go with the first question for the session. So the first question for the session is there on your screen. So all of you solve the question, give me the answer, and then we will go about solving the question. In certain years, a sum of money doubled itself at 6.14% simple interest per annum. Then the required time will be dash. So very easy question. Solve it and give me the answer. The only formula that you will need to solve this is what? Simple interest is given by the formula P into T into R by 100, correct? Now you know this, easy to solve. Okay, a lot of you are giving me the answer as option D. So how do we solve this? See, what are they saying? The simple interest, the sum of money doubled itself, correct? So the final amount that I get, what is the amount that we will get after so many years of putting the money? We will get the principal plus the simple interest. Now what are they saying? The final amount that I get is doubling. So if I have invested P rupees, the amount that I am taking out is 2P rupees. So what does that mean? I am getting a simple interest of P rupees. Okay, I am getting a simple interest same as the principal, and that's why my money is doubling. So this is the clue in the given question. Now to get this clue, you needn't write any of these steps in the exam. Since I am explaining, I am just writing down these steps. So once you get this clue, what can we directly write? We can write P, that is the interest that you get, the simple interest that you get is nothing but equal to the principal, and this is equal to P into T, we don't know. Now R is 6 1/4 percentage. What is 6 1/4 percentage? It is nothing but 25/400, correct? So 25/400. So percentage is 25/400. So just cancel this. Now what is T? T is equal to 400/25, correct? So that is equal to 16. 25 into 8 is 200, 25 into 8 is 200, so 25 into 16 is 400. So the answer for this question is option B. Everybody got the answer correctly? Easy question. As I said, don't write any of these steps, just write one step and get the answer in the exam. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Priya, you didn't get it. What is so difficult? Okay, might be you are doing it for the first time. See, simple interest is given by the formula PTR/100. Now, what is the amount that we get at the end of the investment? We get the principal that we have invested along with the interest that it has acquired, correct? So here they are saying that in certain years a sum of money doubled itself. So when I am investing P rupees, after certain years it is doubling. So I am getting 2P. So what does that mean? I am investing P rupees and I am getting an interest of P rupees. So I am totally getting back 2P rupees. So I just equated P, the interest that I get is nothing but equal to the principal. That is equal to PTR/100. I found the value of T. Hope it's clear now. Rahul has given me the answer for the next question. So next question is a very easy one. Okay, what about others? Give me the answer. How is P same as I? I just explained it. Yeah. Okay. Priya, you got it? Good. Next one. Okay. Ellen Tamilan also got the answer as C. Anybody else solved it? Selva Pavai got the answer as C. Okay. Nilam got the answer as C. So how do we? Very easy question, no? See, some amount P. Okay, for 12 years. What will be the interest that it earns? P into T into, interest earned is PTR/100. Okay. Now, what will be the ratio of simple interest earned by a certain amount at the same rate? So, R is same, P is same. Year is only changing. Okay. So, for 12 years, what will be the interest it earns? It is nothing but P into 12 into R/100. This will be the interest earned by that amount. Now, for 18 years, what will be the interest earned? It will be P into 18 into R/100. Now what is the ratio of these two? All the terms are common, right? See, 12 PR/100 is to 18 PR/100. PR/100 is common, gets cancelled. So 12 is to 18 is nothing but 2 is to 3. Okay. Now again, to solve this question also, only this step is required. None of these steps are required. I have just explained it. In the exam, in one step, in like within 3 or 4 seconds, you should be able to write the answer for this question. These are all mark scoring questions and questions which has come in preliminary exams. Okay. So answer for this question is 2 is to 3. Everybody got it correctly. Now let's move on to the next one. Pragyashri, Sai Kishore, you got 12 is to 18. 12 is to 18 is not there in the option, so you simplify it and take it as 2 is to 3. Now let's move on to the next one. The next question is there on your screen. A certain sum is invested for T years. It amounts to rupees 400 at 10% per annum. But when invested at 4% per annum, it amounts to rupees 200. Find the time T. Yes, what is the answer for this question? No answers? It's not that difficult to solve. In this time you should be giving me the answer. Any answers? Anybody got the answer for this? Yes, Rahul, Priya, Techi Ramalakshmi, where are you all? Sai Kishore, Ankita, Gurpreet. Chandra Neeraj has given me the answer. It might be 50 years, option D. Why it might be? Somebody says it's none of these. Bishnu says none of these. Okay. And Pandasran Das says it is C. Sujita says 50. Ravi Kumar says D, Shashi Pavan says D. Okay, it's actually a very easy question. Only thing is how you calculate. The way you calculate, you will get the answer faster actually. So, okay, Lakshman says 50, Pragyashri says 50. A lot of you have got 50 is the answer. As the answer, yes, 50 is the correct answer. For others, those who have made a mistake, please listen. So, see now first thing that we need to know when such a question comes is, we need to know whether we have to do simple interest or compound interest. Always keep in mind that in a question, whenever it is not mentioned simple interest or compound interest, always consider the question to be simple interest. Okay, unless they mention compound interest, do compound interest. But if compound interest is not given, nothing is mentioned, always do simple interest. Now here nothing is given, so I am taking it as simple interest. Now a certain sum is invested for T years. It amounts to 400 at 10% per annum. So what will be the amount? The amount is always, in simple interest, amount is always calculated as the principal plus the simple interest. Correct? So what is happening? This particular sum is invested for T years. When the percentage is 10% per annum, what is happening? The amount is equal to P plus PTR by 100, correct? Or that is equal to P into 1 plus TR by 100, correct? Or this is equal to what? P into, here it is 10%, correct? 1 plus 10T by 100. Now this is the first case. Now the second case, what is happening? It is, if the interest rate is 4% per annum, then what is happening? It amounts to 200 rupees. Sorry. So what is happening? The amount in the second case is nothing but P into 1 plus 4T by 100, correct? Because here R is becoming 4. Instead of 10, R is 4. So you have two equations now and two unknowns. Now what should we find? We should find T. So the best way to do it would be just to do equation 1 divided by equation 2. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. Just do 1 divided by 2. What do you get? A1 by A2, correct? Or that is equal to, see, just divide these two equations, you get, P will get cancelled, correct? So this is equal, we know this is equal to 400 and this is equal to 200, correct? So divide these two equations, you just get 1 plus 10T by 100 divided by 1 plus 4T by 100, that is equal to 400 by 200, that is equal to 2. Just simplify this, find the value of T. Now see, you needn't write so many steps. Directly you can write this and then put in the values and solve. So the answer that you get for T would be 50. Now is everybody getting 50? Any doubts there? Why are some of you still saying the answer as C and E? Rahul didn't understand the question properly. See Rahul, okay, but I hope you understood the explanation now. See, in the question it is given that a sum is invested for T years. It amounts to 400 rupees, means at the end of so many years, at the end of, Pechi Ramalakshmi is asking, why should we divide? See, we are dividing so that we have two variables, correct? You can do it as well without dividing. See, you have two unknowns and two equations, okay? You have one equation, P into 1 plus 10T by 100, that is equal to 400. And then you have P into 1 plus 4T by 100, that is equal to 200. Now, what is the actual way in which we will solve it? Two equations, two unknowns, solve for both the variables, find the value of T. But that is more of time consuming, right? So what I did was, I just divided the two equations, P got cancelled automatically. So I just have 10. I just have t. So I just need to find the value of t, which I felt easier. Okay, so for those of you who did not understand, let me just explain it to you once again. See, in the question, they have given that a sum is invested for t years. It amounts to 400 rupees, means when I am investing some principal for t years, after t years, I am getting 400 rupees back. So this 400 rupees is not the interest that I get, it is the amount that I have got after t years. Now, the first case was I put it at an interest of 10% per annum. Okay, so I just wrote the amount that I get back is equal to P plus PTR by 100, or that is equal to P into 1 plus TR by 100, that is equal to P into 1 plus 10T by 100. Here interest rate is 10%, T is same. Now, next case, when I am investing the same amount at 4%, what is happening? When I am investing the same principal at 4%, I get back an amount A2, that is 200 rupees, right? A2 is 200, that is equal to P into 1 plus 4T by 100. So, I just divided both the equations, found the value of T. And T is equal to, you solve, you get T is equal to 50. This step I am not solving, I hope all of you will be able to do it on your own. Okay? Yes. Clear for everybody? Let's move on to the next question. The next question is there on your screen. Okay, good Rahul. Now you got it. Excellent. See, questions on simple interest, compound interest, one major thing that we face is how to calculate. Calculations are a bit lengthy. Okay. It's okay, Gurpreet, start solving with us, no? Like when I say solve, why don't you also solve? So then you will be thorough. By the end of this session, at least you would have touched upon this topic. Yes, when you ask for the rate of principal, Shanavas, we just discussed the shortcut to do it, right? See, dividing both the equations, you get one variable. That is the best way to solve that question. Otherwise, what we end up doing is, like somebody asked me, we will solve both the equations, find both the unknowns. That's the tedious or time consuming thing to do. And once you start solving questions like this, no, see, if you ask me, when I look at a question like this, I directly know that, okay, I have to divide those two equations, then it will be easier. So that thinking comes only after you solve more questions like that. If you solve like 3 or 4 questions of this type, next time a question like this comes, immediately you will do it. Okay? Same way that P into 1 plus TR by 100, writing it that way also comes immediately after we practice more questions of the same type. So you will not end up writing so many steps. Now, give me the answer for this question. Sujita, you can follow the same method. Okay, now for this question, a lot of you see, okay, Gurpreet has solved this question, good. Rahul has given me the answer, Suresh giving me the answer, Sujita, Shashi Pavan. Yes, this question has very close answers. So it's a bit like the calculation part is a bit tricky there. But otherwise the question is not so difficult. So the present worth, now the only thing that you need to see in this question is to understand the question correctly. Okay, the present worth of rupees 169 due in 2 years at 4% per annum compound interest is dash. So what does this 169 rupees mean? At compound interest, okay, present worth of rupees 169. See, there is some amount and after 2 years, okay, that amount's value is becoming 169. So, what is that amount? That's what they are asking. There is some particular amount, let's take it as P, okay, that is the present worth of 169, okay. This P in 2 years is becoming 169. So, what is this P? That's what they are asking. Okay, now in if there is an amount P, if you are having a 4% per annum compound interest for 2 years, what will that P become? See, P will become P in, actually, how do we calculate? It is nothing but P into 1 plus R by 100 the whole square, that is equal to 169, right? That will be the amount after 2 years. This P will become 169 after 2 years like this in compound interest. But what do we do is, solving it this way might take us more time. So here let's make use of the effective percentage concept that we have learned. So what is the interest rate? 4% per annum. So what is the formula for effective percentage? A plus B plus AB by 100. So 4% for 2 years, correct? So 4 plus 4 plus 4 into 4, that is 16 by 100. That is equal to 4 plus 4 16, 16 point, sorry 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 0.16, that is 8.16 percentage. So this 169 is nothing but 169 is equal to P into 1 plus 8.16 by 100, correct? Or P into 8.16 percentage plus P, same thing we have written. So when you solve this, you get the value of P as 156.25. Okay. So effective percentage is 8.16 percentage. Now, see now how you can do it is, see Rahul has given us a very good method for you all to how to substitute it faster, right? Now what do we know? See this is what this 169 is nothing but 108.16 percentage, correct? 108.16 percentage of P, correct? So from this you can say what is 100%. Just calculate what is 100%. Just cross multiply, you get the answer. See 8.16, right? Chandraniraj is asking how is it 108.16? It is 8.16, right? Effective percentage. So that's how he has taken 108.16. Okay, Pechi Lakshmi wants me to explain the question again. See Pechi Lakshmi, the question is like this. The present worth of rupees 169 due in 2 years. So what does that mean? This 169 is a value that is coming after 2 years, correct? So we should know what is the current value of that. So there is some amount X. After 2 years, this X is becoming 169 because of compound interest. And then you have to find the value of X. That's what is asked in the question. 169 is not the principal, it is the amount that you are getting after so many years. The present worth of rupees 169 due in 2 years is what? That is what is asked. So 169 is the amount. Hope this method is clear. Using effective percentage, we found out the percentage. So 169 is equal to nothing but P plus 1 plus 8.16 by 100, or that is 108.16 by 100, or 108.16 percentage of P is equal to 169. So what is 100%? Cross multiply. And you get the answer as 156.25. See here the options are very close. So we will have to sort of calculate correctly without much approximations. Then only we will be able to get the correct answer. Now, everybody it's clear? Let's move on to the next question. The simple interest accrued on a sum of certain principal in 8 years at the rate of 13% per year is rupees 6,500. What would be the compound interest accrued on that principal at the rate of 8% per year in 2 years? So solve this and give me the answer. Vandana, hi Vandana, start solving this question. Sujita is giving me the answer as 1040. Ellen Tamilan again, same answer. Pavan also got the same answer. So what is given? See, the simple interest accrued on a sum of certain principal. Okay, there is some principal and I am investing this principal for 8 years at the rate of 13%, that is 13 by 100, and I am getting a simple interest of 6,500. So from this I can find P, right? P is nothing but 6,513 will directly go, this is 500, correct? So P is 50,000 by 8. Okay, I am just going to keep it as such, not simplify it. Let's see. Now what is asked? What would be the compound interest accrued on that principal at the rate of 8% in 2 years? So compound interest at the rate of 8%, okay, for 2 years using effective percentage, what is it? 8 plus 8 plus 8 into 8 by 100. That would be the net percentage of interest that we get. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 64 by 100, that is 16.64, correct? So that will be your net percentage. So what will be the interest what will be the compound interest that you get? The compound interest that you get is nothing but 50,000 divided by 8 into 16.64 divided by 100, correct? So 8 will actually go in this 2.08, correct? So okay, 2.08 into 5, you know it is 1.04, correct? So 1040, removing the point. So the answer for this question is option A. How is Pechi Ramalakshmi getting the answer as 1071? Please check. The answer you should get it as Anand, that's perfectly fine. See, a lot of them have already gone through this topic and that's why they are able to solve it faster. So it's okay. First you start practicing questions from these topics, then in the upcoming sessions you will also be able to solve the questions faster. Okay, now everybody got the answer as 1040. Pechi Ramalakshmi, you got it as 1040. I think you gave the answer as 1071. I think all of you are getting the answer correctly. So let's move on to the next question. I don't think this question needs any further explanation from my side. Let's move on to the next question. What is the difference between the simple interest and compound interest on rupees 7,300 at the rate of 6% per annum in 2 years? Yeah, the previous question was clear to you. Good. So now for this question, see, I am getting. Yes, Anand, don't worry. Yeah, we have all reached that level after so much of practice. So, okay, a lot of you are giving me the answer as B. See, to solve these questions, this is one of the type of question that I was referring to in the beginning of the session. So, wherein you are asked to find the difference between simple interest and compound interest. So, in such questions, there are two basic formulas that you can keep in your mind. Instead of trying to write down like simple interest is equal to PTR by 100, compound interest is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100. You needn't write it that way. Directly there is a formula for 2 years and 3 years. See, if the question is find the difference acquired between the simple interest and compound interest for 2 years, okay? In the question, if you are asked to find the difference between the simple interest and compound interest on a certain sum for the same principal for the same rate of interest for 2 years, the formula, the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest is given by the formula PR squared by 100 squared. Just remember this formula. Similarly, if you are asked to find the difference between the simple interest and compound interest accrued on the same principal with the same rate of interest for the same period, for 3 years, okay, the difference between the simple interest and the compound interest is given by what formula? Can any of you tell me? A lot of you gave me this formula. What is this formula? Yes, see, Rahul has given the answer. Correct, Rahul. It is nothing but P into R squared into 300 plus R divided by 100 cube. Correct? PR squared into 300 plus R by 100 cube. If you remember this formula, these answers you get it in one step. So what have they asked? Here the principal is going to be 7,300, okay, at the rate of 6% per annum. 6% means here if you put in the formula, the difference is equal to 7,300 into 6 squared divided by 100 squared. So just solve for this, you get the answer as, it will be nothing but 73 into 36, correct? See here, actually to solve this question by 100 into 100, correct? Sorry, 100 will get cancelled by 100. Now, at this step, if you see, 3 6 are 18, correct? Now, if you look at the options, there is only one option which is ending with 8. So, actually done with approximated to 2 points. So, directly you can actually take the answer as B. Else, if you have enough time, solve it. 26.28. So, everybody is getting the answer correctly now? Okay. B. Okay. Good. Now let's move on to the next question. Yeah. So the next question is there on your screen. A person invested in all rupees 2,600 at 4%, 6% and 8% per annum simple interest. At the end of the year, he got the same interest in all the 3 cases. The money invested at 4% is dash. Paul, I didn't understand your comment. 0.36 is the difference. I didn't understand what you meant by that. Anyway, try to solve this question. See the previous type, it is always better to go with the formula, the difference between simple interest and compound interest. Try to remember the formula, because if you are doing it the normal way, we will not have enough time to solve such questions in the exam. So what is the answer for this question? Okay, some of you are giving me the answer as Chandraneeraj says 600, some of you are saying D, Gurpreet says D, Sharmishta says B, Rahul says D, okay. So the first thing that you have to understand here in this question is what is given in the question, okay. A lot of you are getting me the answer as D, okay. Chandraneeraj also got it as D now. Okay, let's see. See, a person is investing in all 2,600 rupees at 4%, 6% and 8% per annum simple interest. At the end of the year, he got the same interest in all the 3 cases. The money invested at 4% is what? So, first thing we should know is that totally he has only 2,600 rupees. Okay, out of this 2,600 rupees, some amount he is investing at the rate of 4%, some amount at 6% and some amount at 8%. So let us assume that he is investing X rupees, okay. I am assuming that he is investing X rupees at 4%, Y rupees at what percentage? Next 6%. And so how much will he be investing at 8%? It is nothing but total amount we know is 2600, correct? So he is investing 2600 minus x plus y, this much rupees at 8%. Now what are they saying? At the end of the year, the simple interest that he gets in all the three cases is the same. So what is the interest here? Simple interest, correct? So PTR by 100, that's going to be our formula. So for the first amount, what will be the interest that he gets? He gets 4x, year is 1 year, so t is always 1. So 4x by 100, that is equal to, what will be the interest in the second case? 6y by 100, and this will be equal to the interest that he gets for the third amount, that is 2600 minus x plus y, okay, into 8 by 100. So from this we can find out a relationship between x and y, correct? See, if you take only these first two things, what can you say? 4x is 100 gets cancelled, or I can say 4x is equal to 6y, or I can say y by x is equal to 4 by 6, or that is equal to 2 by 3. So y is to x, I know is 2 is to 3. Now, or I can say let us try to convert everything in terms of x, because they have asked what is the money invested at 4%. So what is the money invested at 4%? It is x. So I am trying to convert everything in terms of x and try to find the value of x. Or I can say y is equal to 2 by 3 x. Correct? Now let me substitute that here and equate these two. So what do we get? See, we know 4x by 100, that is equal to 2600 minus of x plus y, I am writing it as 2 by 3x, okay, into 8 divided by 100. So just solve for this, find the value of x. So if you solve it, you get the value of x as what? What do you all get the value of x as? X, you get it as 1200. Correct? So they have asked the value of x, that is 1200, that is option D. I hope the method is clear. Any further explanation that is required in this question? Is the question clear to all of you? This is not square, okay? Remember, it's a 2 that is there here. Yeah. Any further explanation required? Yes, John, you can go by 2x is equal to 3y is equal to 4z. Shashi Pavan is saying you can also go by options, whichever is faster for you. But I would prefer solving it this way rather than options, because how do you do it by options? It might take some time, right? Shakti, you didn't understand? See what is given in the question. There is some amount that is invested at 4%, some amount that is invested at 6%, and some amount at 8%. So in total he has invested 2600 rupees. So I assumed he has invested x rupees at 4%, y at 6%, and the remaining, that is 2600 minus x plus y at 8%. So we know that the simple interest that we got at all of these cases is the same. So we just equated all of these cases and I found the relationship between y and x, substituted that in the third one and got the answer. See, Chandra Neeraj is giving us another method. Ma'am, we can go through percentage. Okay, he has converted it into ratios. 4 is to 6 is to 8 is equal to 1 is to 1.5 is to 2. Okay, how do you do that? Ratios. Yes, Pavani, I also feel options might take more of a time, but John finds that easier to do. You can do it by ratios also. So as I always say, whichever is comfortable method for you, try with that. Bharati, I just re-explained it. Is it clear now, or do you want me to explain it again? Pechi Ramalakshmi, I hope you got it now. I just re-explained the question. I hope it is clear, guys. Somebody say yes, followed, then I will go on to the next question. Clear? Yeah, Shakti, it's clear. Yeah, you asked me for a re-explanation, right? Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is there on your screen. A sum of money becomes rupees 35,280 after 2 years and rupees 37,044 after 3 years when lent on compound interest. Find the principal amount. So how do you solve this question? So some of you are asking me to solve it with the previous question with the ratio method. So Chandra Neeraj, can you please explain the ratio method for the others as well? Okay, for this question, Shashi Pavan has given us the answer as A. Somebody is saying D. Rahul is saying 31,500. Lakshman is saying 32,500. Why different answers? Banashri is getting the answer as A. Give me one answer, guys. Lot of answers I am getting, different answers. See what is given. There are a sum of money in 3 years. It is lent on compound interest. Okay, so P into 1 plus R by 100. Correct. Whole to the power 3. That is the amount that I get after 3 years. That is equal to 37044. Now the amount that I was getting after 2 years, same principal, same rate of interest. That is equal to 35280. You have to find the principal amount. Okay, so see how I approached the question was like this. I divided both the equations, found the value of R and then went to find the value of P. So if I divide both the equations, what do we get? We get 1 plus R by 100, correct? 1 plus R by 100 is what? You get it as 37044 by 35280, correct? Now this calculation is a bit tough. So what I did here was I splitted this top term 37044, right? I just wrote it as 35280 plus it is plus 1764, correct? Divided by 35280. Basically I tried to bring this given numbers in the form of what is given here, 1 plus R by 100. So if you divide these two, it is 35280 by 35280, that is equal to 1 plus 1764 by 35280. And if you see 1764, directly it should divide here. Because it is a percentage, it was a guess, but it came out correctly. 1764 by 35280, it is 20. 1764 into 20 will give you 35280. So if it is 1 plus 1 by 20, that is 1 plus 1 by 20 is nothing but equal to 1 plus, if I multiply the numerator and denominator by 5. Basically I try to make the denominator as 100. So this will be 5 by 100. So what do I get? I get R is equal to 5%. So if R is equal to 5%, then you can find the principal amount, no? Once you get R is equal to 5%, directly substitute, you get the value of P. Is it clear all of you? So you get P is equal to 32,000. Yes, see how do I find P from here? If R is 5%, after 2 years, what will be the effective percentage? It's going to be 5 plus 5 plus 5 5s are 25 by 100, correct? That is equal to 5 plus 5, 10, 10.25, correct? Or I can say that 110.25% of P is equal to what is that, 35 to 80, or P is what, 100% is what, cross multiply. You get the answer. So you get P as 32,000. Is it clear? Clear, okay. I hope it was clear. See, what we did was, again, see, in this question also I knew that we had to divide these two equations with practice, okay. As I said, it comes with practice. So here we know for 3 years this is the value, for 2 years this is the value. So here 37044 divided by 35280. The way I simplified it was, I converted the numerator of the to make it of the same form as 1 plus r by 100, and I got the percentage. After I got the percentage, you can find the value of P. So yeah, it's clear. Let's move on to the next question. Selva Pavai was the one who told me, no, this is your first session, and I see she is already asking for the next question. So let's solve the question. A person lent out certain sum on simple interest and the same sum on compound interest at a certain rate of interest per annum. He noticed that the ratio between the difference between the compound interest and the simple interest of 3 years and 2 years is 49:16. The rate of interest per annum is what? Vandana, for interest calculated quarterly, again we will come to that when we solve questions on that. Yes, we will definitely take up questions on that also today. So we will discuss that when we come to it. Hello, you guys can't hear me, is it? Some of you are saying, is it buffering, no voice and all? Okay, yeah, I think you are able to hear it because Vandana is giving me a reply. Yeah, okay. So let's look at this question. How? Okay, who has given me the answer? Somebody gave me the answer as B. Ellen Tamilan is saying C. So again, see here. See, there is basically, you know, there is a formula that we have learned, right? If you have to find out the difference between the simple interest and compound interest for 3 years, the formula that we learned was, let's just write it down here, P into R squared into 300 plus R divided by 100 cube, okay? Now 100 cube. Now D2, that is difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years is given by the formula PR squared by 100 squared. So let's just keep these formulas here aside. So what are they saying? He lent out a certain sum at simple and compound interest. He noticed that the ratio between the difference for 3 years and 2 years is 49:16. So what is 49:16? It is nothing but PR squared into 300 plus R divided by 100 cube. This divided by PR squared by 100 squared, right? So this is the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 3 years, and this is the difference between simple interest and compound interest for 2 years, and this is equal to 49/16. So what have they asked you? They have asked you to find the value of R. So you can immediately cancel these two, 100 squared and this will go. So 300 plus R divided by 100, that is equal to 49/16. So when you solve this, you get the value of R as, so okay, how do you solve this? So you get 300 plus R into 16 is equal to 4900, or you get R is equal to 4900 divided by 16 minus 300, or that is 100 by 16, or you can say R is equal to 6/1/4%. Correct? Everybody is getting the answer as C? Excellent. 6/1/4 is the answer. Any doubt on this question? We just made use of the two formulas that we have learned previously. We just found the ratio between the two formulas, found the value of R. Let's move on to the next question. Somebody's Sharmishta is saying how D2 it is SI and not CI. How is it SI? See, he noticed that the difference between the ratio between the difference of compound interest and simple interest for 3 years and 2 years. So basically he is calculating the difference between compound interest and simple interest for 3 years and also for 2 years. Hope that's clear. So it is the difference between CI and SI he is calculating. First when it is both are invested for 3 years, then when both are invested for 2 years. I hope that clears your doubt, Sharmishta. Yes. Yes, Gurpreet, that's correct. So let's move on to the next question. Rupees 5,200 was partially invested in scheme A at 10% per annum compound interest for 2 years and partially invested in scheme B at 10% per annum simple interest for 4 years. Both the schemes earn equal interest. How much was invested in scheme A? So anybody got the answer for this question? Please give me the answer. Yes, somebody, Sai is giving me the answer as option C. Okay. Okay, Sujita also says option C, Lakshman also says option C. So let's solve this question. So see there are two schemes A and B. Okay, so I am just assuming that in scheme B that person is investing X rupees, means in scheme A how much is he investing? He is investing 5,200 minus X because he has only totally 5,200 rupees. Correct? Now what are they giving? In scheme A, what is he investing it in? It is in compound interest. No, sorry, scheme A is in scheme A 10% compound interest. Correct? And scheme B is at 10% simple interest. Okay, so and what is he saying? For different periods both of these schemes are earning equal interest. So what is the interest that he gets in from scheme B through simple interest? It is nothing but X into 10 into 4 by 100. That is the interest that he gets, and this is equal to the interest that he gets through compound interest, that is 5,200 minus X into 1 plus 10 by 100 the whole squared minus 1. Now to calculate this, as we always say, better not to go by this formula, right? It is easier to take the effective percentage here in this step. So what will be the interest that he gets through compound interest? 10%, right? So 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10, that is 100 by 100, that is equal to 1, or net is 21%. Correct? So the interest that he gets through compound interest, you can rewrite it as 5,200 minus X into 21%, correct? 21 by 100. Now see, in the exam I don't want you all to write this. Okay, this step and all you needn't write at all. Just directly write it as into 21 by 100. So you can actually omit this. You needn't write that in the exam actually. Okay, so you get 5,200 minus X into 21 by 100. Now if you equate these two, you can solve for X. So what is the value of X that you get? You get X is equal to 1790, correct? See, just Just calculate from these two, correct? 4, what is this? Let me just do it for you, calculation. 4x by 10, correct? 4x by 10 is equal to, okay, there are just 100 directly you can cancel. So you can write 40x is equal to 5200 minus x into 21. Now you solve this, you get x is equal to 1790. And what are they asking in the question? What is the amount that he has invested in scheme A? The amount he has invested in scheme A is nothing but 5200 minus x, correct? That is 5200 minus 1790. That is equal to 3410. So the answer for this question is option C. I hope it is clear for everybody. See, all these steps I just said you needn't write, because we are anyway not going to use this. Directly you can find out the effective percentage and equate both the terms. Hope it's clear. Any further explanation needed for this question, or shall I move on to the next question? So Rajesh is saying A by B is equal to 40 by 21. So how you calculated, Rajesh? A by B is 40 by 21, or from that you calculated the value of A and B, is it? Anyways, both will take you more or less the same time. Okay, you want me to solve it for x. Somebody says solve for x. What is there to solve here? 40x is equal to 52 into 21. You do subtract. What do you want me to? Once again, so a lot of you are asking me once again, so let me explain it once again what I have written. See, totally 5200 rupees is there. Out of that, x rupees he has invested in scheme B, and 5200 minus x rupees he has invested in scheme A. Now, the interest that he gets from both are the same. So we have just equated the interest. Let me just write it here. From scheme B, he will get x into 4 into 10 by 100 using simple interest. From scheme B, he will get 5200 minus x into, see, scheme B is compound interest for 2 years. So the effective percentage turns out to be 21%. So the effective interest percentage becomes 21 by 100. Just equate these two, find the value of x. You get x as 1790. Subtract it from the 5200. You get the answer as 3410. 21 is Vandana using effective percentage 10 plus 10 plus 1. That is 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 by 100. Correct? A plus B plus AB by 100. Using that formula, I just took it. Yeah. It is a bit calculative, yes, but we need to calculate, right? A simple interest and compound interest generally involves a bit more calculations. Nothing can be done. So let us look at the next question. Hope that was clear. Somebody asked me for explanation once again. Hope that was clear to you. Anil Kiran, hope it is clear. Let's move on to the next question. Now this is an easy question, so not much calculations. For Rahul who is feeling tired, and for Sujita who says it's too calculative, solve this question. Very easy. In one step you get the answer. Mr. Nayar's monthly salary is rupees 22,500. He takes a loan of 30,000 on simple interest for 3 years at the rate of 5% per annum. The amount that he will be paying as simple interest in 3 years is what percentage of its monthly salary? See, Ellen Tamlin has already given me the answer. I think he didn't even write that one step. Before I read the question, I got the answer. 20. Nilesh is also getting the answer as 20. So, what is given? See, this person is taking, JP Reddy says 20, correct. Now, this person is taking a loan of 30,000, correct. That is the amount, principal at a simple interest for 3 years. T is 3, rate of interest is 5 by 100. So, that is going to be the interest, correct, that he is going to pay in 3 years because he is taking it in simple interest. This is equal to 3 3s are 9, 9 5s are 45, 4,500. That is his interest. Now, what is given? What is his monthly salary? What are they asking? What will be the interest that he will be paying? You have to find the what percentage of his monthly salary is he paying as interest? Or that is nothing but 4,500 by 22500 into 100, correct? So just solve for this. What do you get? 4500 by 225, or that is nothing but 20%, correct? 225 into 2 is 450, so 20%. Answer is option C. So everybody got the answer correctly? I know that simple interest, compound interest is a bit dry topic, but it is a very, very important topic for banking. So let's look at the next question. Surya borrowed rupees 25,000 at 15% per annum simple interest for 5 years. After 5 years, he repaid rupees 15,000 as promised. And promised to pay the balance amount after 3 years. Find the amount repayable as the final settlement. So now we are coming to questions wherein you have to repay loan. So somebody was asking me, right, Pavani, how did you do reverse addition? Reverse division? It should be 45 by 255, correct? So, okay, now this question, like some of you are asking me, who was asking me? Installment question, I think Pechi Ramalakshmi asked me, right? So we are moving to those kind of questions now in the session. So this is not an installment question though, but look at this question and give me the answer. That's okay, Pavani. Do this question. Next question you do. We all make mistakes. So Nilesh has given me the answer for this question. 41687.5. Okay. Okay, a lot of you are giving me the answer for this question as D. So let us understand the question first. See, Surya borrowed rupees 25,000 at 15% per annum simple interest for 5 years. So what is the interest that Surya has to pay after 5 years? It is nothing but 25,000 into 15 by 100 into 5. Correct? That is the interest that he should pay at the end of 5 years. Now, he repaid rupees 15,000 and promised to pay the balance amount after 3 years. Okay. So, actually what will be the amount that he has to pay after 5 years? It is nothing but 25,000 plus this interest. Correct? So, 25,000 plus this interest is what he has to pay after 5 years. So, this comes to 15 into 5 is 75, 75 into 25 is 18750. Am I right? So 18750 is the interest that he has to pay. So at the end of the 5 years, actually the amount that Surya will have to pay is 25,000 plus 18750. This amount he has to pay, or that is actually equal to 43750. Now out of this 43750, what he has done is, he has given only 15,000 and he says the balance amount I will give you after 3 years. So how much has he repaid? He has given only 15,000. So what is the balance amount that he has to give? 43750 minus this 15,000 that he paid. So he has to actually repay the person 28750 rupees. Now this 28750, what is he saying? I will give it to you after 3 years. So will a person give you the 28750 for free? No, you will not get it for free, right? So an interest will be calculated on that. So for this 3 years, after 3 years he will return it, correct? So for this 3 years, interest will be calculated. So what will be the interest that will be calculated on this 28750 for 3 years? It is nothing but the interest that will be calculated. Let us take this as interest 1. So the interest that will be calculated on this 28750 is nothing but into 3 into 15 by 100. Same rate of percentage for 3 years. So this will be somewhat, see, 28750. If you actually simplify it, you would get the answer as 12937. Okay, 12937.5. Now if you add, so what will be the amount that he will have to repay? He will have to repay, the amount that he will have to repay in the final installment is nothing but this 28750 plus this interest 12937, that is 4168.7.5. Now see here there are a lot of calculations involved. You can actually at this point, okay, see 28750 into 3 into 15 by 100. Okay, now if you actually approximate it here itself, you know that, see that this option will not definitely come. Automatically you can eliminate this option because the balance amount he has to repay is 28750, correct? This 28750 plus some interest that is accrued in it he has to pay. Okay, so these two are definitely not valid options. Now we are left with two options, correct? Option B and option D. So what is 10% of 2875? 10% of 28750 is 2875. Correct? See, I am just trying to find out the answer from the options at this point. Okay. Now, this is the actual way of doing the question. But since in the exam we might not have enough time, see, we know that the balance amount that he has to pay is 28750 plus interest that is accrued on this. And we know that he is getting 15% interest for 3 consecutive years. So, what is 10% of 28750? It is nothing but 2875. So, 2875 into 3. Correct? If you do, it will definitely be what? It will be greater than 6,000. Correct? So definitely 32,000 cannot be the answer. 28,750 plus 6,000 will definitely be a value more. If it is 10% itself, the answer is going to be greater than 32,000. So the only valid option that we are left with is option D. Okay? So in this question, since the options are given in such a way, from this step you can eliminate the other options and arrive at the answer. Else, this is the way in which you calculate. Hope it is clear. Is it clear, everybody? See what we have done. First, he took 25,000 rupees. So the interest that he has to pay for this 25,000 rupees for 5 years is 18750. So the total amount that he has to pay back is 43750, out of which he paid back 15,000 rupees. So now he has to pay back only 28,750, which he says he will pay after 3 years. So we have to calculate the interest also that he has to pay for this amount for 3 years. So that is what is 28750 into 3 into 15 by 100, which you get 12,000 something approximately. Add the 2, you get the final amount. So at this step, what I was saying was, try to eliminate the options and get the answer. You will very clearly see that these 3 options will not fit in and it has to be option D. Okay, all of you have followed. Let's move on to the next question. So the next question is on installments. A sum of rupees 8,000 is borrowed at 5% per annum compound interest and paid back in 3 equal annual installments. What is the amount of each installment? So let me explain this question to you. See, whenever questions on installment comes, okay, there are a few things that we will have to keep in mind. Now, what are they saying? See, there is 8,000 rupees, okay, I am borrowing from somebody at 5% per annum compound interest, and I am paying back this in 3 annual installments. What is the amount of each installment? So, see, okay, there are 3 years. Okay, this is the first year, this is the second year, and this is the third year. So, at this point, I am taking 8,000 rupees from somebody, okay, and every year I am giving little amount. So it's clear, right? Okay, for the previous question everybody says it's clear. Okay, now let's come back to this question. So a lot of you are asking me to explain this installment question. Okay, so here what we are doing is, see, 8,000 rupees I am borrowing from somebody and I am giving it back in 3 installments. Annual installments means at the end of every year I am giving one amount. Okay, so what we have to remember here is that, see, I cannot just give 8,000 by 3, correct? Why will somebody lend me money? Because when I am giving it back in installments, what happens is I will also give some interest, correct? So that is why somebody is giving us money or lending money. See, that is the same case how an EMI works, right? Like when we are buying a house, we pay back in installment. Let's say I am taking 40 lakh rupees as loan from a bank. I don't pay the same 40 lakhs back at equal installments, right? Then where is the bank making profit? The bank is not making profit. So I will be paying interest, okay? So the bank actually makes money using this interest that I am paying back. Okay, always keep this in mind when you are solving questions. Now, let us see how to solve this question. Here, 8,000 rupees at 5% compound interest for 3 years. Okay, now what will be the actual, see, if I am investing this 8,000 rupees in a bank, okay, for 3 years with interest of 5%, what will be the amount that I get back? 1 plus 5 by 100. The whole cube. So this will be the actual amount that I get if I am just investing this in the bank, okay. Instead of investing in the bank, I am giving it to you. So what I will see is at the end of the day, I should get the same interest that I would have got it if I had invested in a bank, right. I would take that interest money that I would have gained from the bank from you because you have taken this loan from me. Is it clear? See, if this 8,000 rupees, let us assume that you are taking a loan from me. Okay. Now, if this 8,000 rupees I had put it in a bank, I would have gained some interest, right? That interest I should gain from you because I am giving you a loan. Instead of putting it in a bank, I am giving it to you as a loan. So I will see to it that you will give back the interest that I would have got if I had invested this in a bank. So this thing you have to keep in mind before solving the question. So the installments that you pay, right, that should equate to this value. 8,000 into 1 plus 5 by 100, the whole cube. Now, let us look at the installment part. So, this is what I need to get back. 8,000 into 1 plus 5 by 100, the whole cube. Now, you are paying me back in installments of X rupees. So, 3 years, correct? So, there are 3 years. So, at this point, you are taking a loan from me. First year, second year, third year. At the end of first year, you are giving me X rupees as installment. At the end of second year, you are another Rahul is saying very calculative. Not at all calculative, Rahul. It is just that I am explaining the concept. It is taking a bit of a time. It's very easy. Wait till we finish the question to tell me that it is calculative. Okay. So, at the end of the first year, you are giving me an installment of X rupees. At the end of the second year, you are giving me an installment of X rupees. At the end of third year, you are again giving me an installment X, okay, at the end of third year. So with this you are finishing your loan. Now what you will tell me, see at the end of, see I can also give back the whole money to you at the end of the third year. This whole money, right, 8,000 with interest, 8,000 into 1 plus 5 by 100 the whole cube. This amount totally I can give it back to you at the end of the third year, but you are getting it from me as installments, right? At the end of every year I am telling you give me X rupees, correct? So if this X rupees, if I also put it in a bank, I would have also got interest, correct? So the person who is taking the loan can say that, correct? If I put my installments at the end of every year in the bank, I would have also gained interest. Now this X rupees that I am paying to you at the end of the every year, you are taking interest for that. So we should take that into consideration. So this first installment of X rupees that is given by the borrower, okay, attracts interest for 2 years, correct? Because only here your loan is ending. So for 2 years you get interest on this X rupees. Then again on the next X rupees you get interest for 1 year because it is there with the banker for 1 year, correct? Now the third X rupees no interest is gained because with this you are closing the loan. So you should equate these two to find the answer. So how do we equate? So if let us assume that we are paying back the loan with X rupees installment at the end of each year. So 8,000 into 1 plus 5 by 100, correct? The whole cube. So this should be the final amount that the banker should get. If you are borrowing from a bank, this should be the final amount that the banker should get. So this is equal to the first installment that I am paying X, correct? This X rupees is attracting, this is compound interest here in the question. So this X rupees is attracting how much? 5% interest for 2 years, correct? So you should include that plus 1 into 5 by 100 the whole squared plus the next X installment that I am putting in is attracting an interest for 1 year, correct? Plus X. So if you equate these two, you get the value of X, that's all. Okay, so this is the concept that is involved behind installment questions. You solve for the value of x, you get the answer. Now here one easy calculation, to ease the calculation, what you can do is, so you can take, if you can take x outside here, and this 5 by 100 you can take it as 1 by 20, okay. So you can write it as 8000 into 1 plus 1, that is 5 by 100 is 1 by 20, right. So this will become 21 by 20. 8000 into 21 by 20 the whole cube is equal to x into 21 by 20 the whole squared plus, and so on. Okay. Now this is one way of solving the question. This is the conceptual way of solving the question, but there is also a formula that can be used. Any of you know the formula that can be used for installments? This is a, if you find this as lengthy and if you are able to memorize the formula, you can use the formula also. So I'll just write down the formula for you after this, and whichever method is easy for you, please try it. See, I'll explain this concept once again to you. So the answer actually that you would get when you solve this is going to be 2937.66. Anybody got the answer? See, Chandra Neeraj Janal has got the answer correctly, 2937.66. That will be your answer. We'll try to solve it. Before that, let me just explain this method to you for those of you it is not clear. Is the method clear? Shall I explain it once again? All of you, is the method clear? If this is clear, then we will move on to the formula that can be used. Clear. Okay, everybody says it's clear. So either this way you follow and solve, else the formula is this. I'll just write down the formula. Many of you might already be knowing it. So the formula for installment is this. See, your installment, yearly installment, if it is taken as x, this x is written as the amount that you borrow, okay? Amount that you borrow into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power t divided by 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power of t minus 1 plus 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power of t minus 2, and so on till t is, this term becomes 0 and you take the value as 1. Okay. So here in this particular question, how we will be doing it is, the amount borrowed is nothing but 8000, correct? 8000 into 1 plus r is 5 by 100, correct? So that is nothing but 21 by 20. 21 by 20, correct? So 21 by 20, time is 3 years. So 3 years divided by 21 by 20 whole squared plus 21 by 20 plus 1. So if you actually solve this, you will get the answer. So this is the, see, this is a formula. This is a formula that is there to solve the question. So Sujita says, oh no ma'am, please explain it. Previous explanation you're asking now, Sujita. Okay, I'll get back to that. So see, first let us look at this formula now. There is a formula that you can use to solve such questions. The installment, okay, that you have to pay, installment x is given by this formula, the amount borrowed into 1 plus r by 100 whole to the power t by this. Directly solve for this, you get the answer. You get it as 2937.66. Okay. So this is the fast way. If you are not able to follow the concept, this is the easy way of doing it. Okay. So if you see in books or in some websites, no, directly what they will do is, when such questions come, only this will be the step that is visible to you. So don't get confused as to what have they written. They have basically used this formula and writing the answer. Yes, formula is same as solving, the actual process of solving, both are the same actually. So it is always better, if you ask me, if you know the concept clearly, it is better. But once you remember the formula, it becomes easier for calculation. So Sujita, see, what we did was, if there is 8000 rupees, there is an interest that the person would have got if he had invested this 8000 rupees in the bank. You have to equate that to the installments that you are paying, and each installment will also attract an interest for the period that it has been invested. So that also you have to take into consideration and equate both, you would get the answer. Okay, that is the concept that is there behind it. Suchita, if it's still not clear, refer back to this video later, or you can also check out in our video lessons, we have solved similar questions in the advanced question section. Okay. This type of question is a bit calculative, but generally these type of questions nowadays have become very important. So let's move on to the next question. Yes, it is clear, right? Let's move on to the next question now. Priya, formula looks the same, but one good thing with the formula is you needn't think, right? So the first installment is gaining interest for 2 years and all that. Directly you put in the values once you know the formula. Okay, so somebody asked me about quarterly. So this question is on quarterly installments. Now let us look at this question. Find the compound interest on rupees 64,000 for 1 year at the rate of 10% per annum compounded quarterly. So for finding, next thing that we need to know in simple interest compound interest is how to calculate compound interest for half yearly and quarterly, okay? Half yearly and quarterly. So first let's discuss the formula so that solving this question becomes easy. So generally whenever, half yearly compound interest means what happens at the end of every 6 months, compound interest is calculated. Okay, so in 1 year, how many times will the interest be calculated? It will be calculated 2 times. Now, generally in the question, now next thing that we need to know is, when it is half yearly compound interest calculation, in the question, generally they give you R, correct? So generally what is R? R is the rate of interest per annum. So here we have to consider the rate of interest for 6 months. Okay, so when you are calculating the compound interest, for half yearly cases, the compound interest is given as P into 1 plus R by 2, okay? R by 2 by 100 whole to the power, one second, my handwriting is very bad. Let me just rewrite it neatly. So if you are doing, So if you are doing half yearly, okay, the compound interest that you get is calculated as P into 1 plus R by 2 by 100 whole to the power 2n minus 1. So this will be your compound interest. Just remember it is only this much. See, the formula remains the same. Here you are doing R by 2 because the rate of interest that is generally given in questions will be per annum, correct? So since in half yearly compound interest calculation, the compound interest is calculated once in 6 months, I just put an R by 2 here. Similarly, when n is the number of years, correct? Here every 6 months you are calculating, so it becomes to the power of 2n, that's all. Similarly, if you are calculating the compound interest quarterly, what does that mean? Every quarter you are calculating the interest, correct? So your formula will become what? See, again R is the rate of interest per annum. See, even in this question, R is the rate of interest per annum. So per quarter, what will be the rate of interest? It will be R by 4. Per quarter, R by 4 divided by 100 whole to the power. Again, how many times is it calculated in 1 year? The interest is calculated 4 times. So 4n. That will be your compound interest. So in this particular question, what is happening? What are they asking? They are asking you to find the compound interest, correct? So that is nothing but here 64,000, correct? So 64,000 into 1 plus R here quarterly, right? So 10 is per annum. So 10 by 4. So what will be your rate of interest? 10 by 4 is 2.5, correct? So 2.5 by 100 whole to the power n is 1 year only, correct? So 4 minus 1. So just do that. You get 64,000 into 1 plus, this is what, 64,000 into 1.025 whole to the power 4 minus 64,000. So you get it approximately as 6,644. Yes, a lot of your, Gulpreet got the answer 6,644, correct. So that is the answer that you get approximately, but that is not in the options, so it's going to be none of these. Achyut, how do you get it as 8,900? Achyut, just check, the answer would be none of these. So hope everybody got this answer. Any doubts with this question, or shall I move on to the next question? Everybody is giving me the answer as E. Okay, excellent. So I don't find any issues there. Let's move on to the next question. Achyut, please check your calculation. I think you've gone wrong somewhere. Yes, the next question is there on your screen. What will be the amount if the sum of rupees so much is invested at compound interest for 3 years at the rate of 11%, 12% and 13% respectively? Okay, Vandana, it's clear, no? Yeah. Achyut, I think yes, you went wrong somewhere. Sai Pradeep, this quarterly and all, no? See, quarterly it is better to go with the formula. Without the formula, it would take more time, no? Because you will have to do it 4 times. That's going to be more time consuming. Effective percentage can definitely be used here. Check if you are able to see, again 4 times you will have to do 2.5, 4 times, that's all. If you are able to do that faster, no issues. You can use effective percentage. Okay, next question. Rahul has already given me the answer for the question. In this question, yes, definitely you can use effective percentage here. What will be the amount of this amount is invested for 3 rates, right? 11%, 12% and 13%. See, in our videos also you would have seen that there is one model wherein there is varying interest rates, right? So for that also we use the effective percentage concept, same type of question that has come here. So what is happening here? See, generally how do we use effective percentage? If it is for 2 years, if simple interest, compound interest percentage was 10%, we just did 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 by 100. Correct? So this is what we were generally doing. Here what is the difference? They have given first year the interest rate is 11%, next year it is 12% and next year it's 13%. So that's all. So again, normal effective percentage method that we follow. So 11%, 12% and 13%. So first 2 years, what is the effective percentage? 11 plus 12 plus 11 into 12 is 132. 132 divided by 100, correct? That is 1.32. Or here if this is nothing but 11 plus 12, that is 23 plus 1.32 or 24.32, correct? Now find the effective percentage of these two. This 13%, bring it down. Find the effective percentage of these two, that is nothing but 24.32 plus 13 plus 24.3 into 13 by 100. So here this you get it as 40.48. Correct? So when it is 40.48, what would be the amount that you get? See, what would be the interest that you get? Interest will be this value, this sum, correct? It is thousands, right? Into 40.48 by 100, or see from this step itself, you know it is going to be 404800 some value, and amount will be adding these two, that will be 1.4, that is this option A, correct? 1000 thousands plus 404800 from the options. From here directly you can write it is 1404,816. Everybody is getting the answer correctly? We have approximated here. I have just approximated it, found out the value, because there are going to be a lot of points here, decimal places. I have just omitted and taken it. Everybody is getting the answer? Any issues anywhere? Everybody is giving me. Suresh has given the answer as A. Kishore says A. Any other answer? I think all of you got the answers correctly, no? Yes. Right. So let's look at the next question now. So let's coming towards the end of the session, no? So let's do some easy questions now. Here 16 is extra in option A. See, Sandeep, that 16 is there because I have approximated it. I have approximately got the answer, okay. See, the answer that I get is this 1404,800. This is something that I have approximated because I found the approximate percentage as 40.48. If you actually calculate here, the answer would have more points, okay. So that's why I am getting the answer like this. So closest value is 1404,816. Might be when you do the actual calculations, right? Take all the values and calculate correctly, you might get that as the answer. See, I just took 24.3, it's 3.2. So, yes. So Lakshman is saying, ma'am, is the session not over? So Lakshman, are you bored of doing simple interest and compound interest? Don't worry. When you finish this session, no, then might be you have completed your revision for now and you can leave this topic for some time. So solve this question. Next two questions are very, very easy questions, and with that we'll end the session. A certain sum will amount to 12100 in 2 years at 10% per annum compound interest, interest being compounded annually. The sum is what? So a lot of you are giving me the answer as D. Yes, very easy question, no? So again, let us look at the effective percentage here. What is the effective percentage that is coming? 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 by 100. See, now we know 10 immediately without writing all this itself, we can say it is 21%, right? Because we did so many questions which had the number 10 in it. So it is 21%, or we can say that X, if the amount that is investing is X, X into 1.21, that is equal to 12100. How do I write this? 1.21 X into 1 plus 21 by 100, correct? So that will be the amount that he gets, or from this you solve, you get X is equal to 10,000. Everybody got it as D? Yes, correct. No explanation is required, I guess. Let's move on to the next question. Any doubts? I don't think so. Everybody is getting D, no? I hope no other answer came. Yeah, everybody got D. So let's move on to the next question and the last question for today's session. The simple interest accrued in 9 years on a principal of rupees 24250 is 162% of the principal. What is the rate per annum? So what is the answer for this question? Very easy, simple interest, no? The simple interest is 162% of the principal. So if the principal is P, the simple interest that he gets is 162 by 100 of P, correct? So the principal they have given it as, it is 24250. So this is the interest that he gets. Now interest we can also calculate, I is equal to what? P and PTR by 100, correct? So here again P we know is 24250, 9 into R by 100. So we don't know R, we have to find out R. Just simplify this, you get the answer. R is equal to 162 by 9, that is equal to 18%. Okay, very easy question, no? These are all IBPS clerks questions, so that's why their difficulty level is also little less. How is somebody giving me the answer as A? Prangeshri Mishra. Check, you have done some calculation mistake somewhere. Answer should be option C. Yeah, everybody is getting the answer as option C. Good. So with that, we come to an end of the questions that we have chosen for today's session. Okay, all of you are giving me the answers, more of you are giving me the answers. Selva Pavai got C, Ravi Kumar got C. Okay, no doubts in that question, right? So with this, we come to an end of the questions that has been chosen for today's session, and I have tried to, very calculative session, yes, Rahul. See, you are all going to be bankers, right? So you all have to start calculating more. Okay, so simple interest, compound interest is a topic which involves calculations, and nobody can get off that, right? You have to calculate. But I hope the questions that we chose in today's session was clear to all of you, and I have tried to cover most of the type of the questions that come from this particular topic. And as I said, in certain cases, try to use the formula, and how fast we are able to do the calculation, that's also very important for this particular topic. Okay, Sunil says this time IBPS clerk level will not be easy. Let's see, Sunil, let's always hope for the best. Okay, hope for the best, always hope for the best. That will boost your confidence. If you keep feeling that, okay, oh my God, IBPS clerks is going to be tough this time, then it will be tough for you. But if you are confident in your mind, saying that if the exam is going to be easy, it will be easy. Okay, so all the very best with your preparation, guys. I will see you in the next session, and this is Gayatri signing off till then. See you all.